I'm not going to try and do the opening, but I wanted to, but I was going to try, alright? So, a few hours since my last stream, and I've been streaming a lot, but I want to do this one to end the night. Season 2 of Jack, and I want to talk about each episode in not extreme detail, because I remember when I did Samurai Jack Season 1, like, showing footage was a bit much, a bit too much, if I might add. I also got copyrighted, so I got in trouble for showing off the opening of Samurai Jack. Not its entirety, but just a little bit of it, and then, you know. I also got in trouble by showing some of the episodes, so I'm going to try my best to not do that again. So it's going to be just me talking in this one. I know it's late night, and not a lot of people are awake at night, but I just kind of wanted to make this video about Samurai Jack, because I love Samurai Jack. So, my thoughts on Season 2 was, Season 2, to me, on Samurai Jack, felt like a lot of Season 1. It felt like a lot of the same tropes of Season 1 were coming back, but, like, doing it in, like, different ways, if I might add. So, for example, like, episode, I hate Roman numerals sometimes. So, like, I have to remember, like, okay, 13, so 13. So, episode 14 was all about Samurai Jack. At the beginning of the episode, he was trying to find, because since he's constantly trying to find his way back to the past. And Aku, in the beginning of this one, was kind of fucking with him. And basically broke a way back home for Jack. And he was so pissed. And I remember in this episode, episode 14, welcome J Bro to stream, by the way. How you doing? That's our lemons. Did you really just comment that's our lemons? But in the video. But as I was saying, was yeah, basically I remember, did you break that Mario Brother game? Yeah, I did. That is gone. That is long gone. And I'm thinking of taking a new approach with my life and my channel. Watch my vlog, find out with that. But as I was saying about this episode, later on in this episode, I remember Jack was helping, like, these monkey people that were getting bullied by these other chimpanzee people, and Jack had to help them, which kind of reminds me of early Samurai Jack, like episode 1 or 2, when he was helping out these dog people. But it's kind of that same idea. Did you do it live? Yeah, it was in my stream of it when I destroyed it. In my last Mario and Luigi Brothership gameplay video, it was in there. I'm not going to make a short about it and post it, but it's in there for a reason. But anyways, my point was that was pretty much the whole point of episode 14. 15, I remember episode 15 was more of, it was kind of weird, because it was about these two beings that, like, tell the truth and a lie, if I remember correctly. Let me throw it up. I'm also going to mute it, so, like, you can't hear the audio in the background, because I have the episode right in front of me. Yeah, it was. It was basically about, Jack trying to remember what the truth was, and I think he even fought aliens in this episode, or some shit. Or, as well, try to get, like, this magic pearl thing, or whatever. It was a whole thing in that episode, but if I remember correctly, episode 15, yeah, like I said, was about Jack trying to learn the truth, and then he slayed those truth monsters or whatever, truth and lie monster, and then he was also trying to help this girl with the whole little thing. I can't remember. It's a whole thing with that. P. Jane Hartue. Oh my god. That fucking meme, or that chick that said that stuff. But yeah, that episode was pretty interesting. It was okay. Boy, you had me, Mario. Alexis Cadwell. Yeah, Mario. I'm walking a Super Mario hoodie. Because I love this hoodie. I've been wearing this hoodie, like, days. But anyways, I think episode 16... Because keep in mind, when I was watching Samurai Jack Season 2, it was very cut up. I remember, like, I watched it one day, completely forgot about it for weeks, and then just started up again, like, pretty recently, like a day or two ago. So that's why my memory on, like, episode 14, 15, and 16 are a little bleak. But I have the episodes right behind me to kind of tell me what the hell's going on. So basically for episode, I think it was 16, right? Yeah, 14, 15, 16. This episode was all about Samurai Jack going into this arena against all, like, being enslaved in this battle arena type shit where you have to fight for these robots as entertainment. And I remember watching this one while eating like a snack or something because I was like just straight chilling. And I don't know, to me, like watching Samurai Jack like get in a fight with tons of warriors that are skilled and not have to hone their skills because they're forced to fight in a battleground. And I love how Jack saw this entire thing and how wrong it was. And by the end of episode, hold on, let me check again. 14, 15, 6. 14, episode 16, he said, no more of this. Everybody here, go live your lives the way you want to. No more need to battle so unnecessarily. And I remember he also destroyed the entire battlegrounds within that episode, which I thought was such a great thing Jack did in that episode. But anyways, episode 14, 15, 16, 17, right? This was all about, if I remember correctly, this was all about, I think it was all about Scotsman. Scotsman making his return because he was a big character in season 1. And I remember how he felt about it, but basically it was all about Scotsman coming back in Jack's life. Jack was kind of wandering about. I could sum up this whole episode in like one little thing. So 17 was all about, again, Scotsman making a return, but also trying to find Jack in order to help Scotsman save his wife. His wife from these robotic beetle creature things. And I remember like watching this like literally 2 nights ago, and I was just kind of in awe because I was like, dude, Scotsman being more of a kiss up to his wife is kind of funny, but also her being like this big woman you don't want to fuck with because if you like call her fat or something, she'll like fuck you up. Basically, that episode was basically Jack and Scotsman going to the place, get his wife back. His wife gets pissed because the robots called her fat, and basically she just destroys all the fucking beetle motherfuckers with her bare hands, just punching and slashing. I'm like, Jesus, she is a freaking demon. How did Scotsman land her? And keep in mind, like, do not call her fat. Do not call her anything similar to it. She will end you, dude. And I remember that was, like, basically the whole point of that episode, which was a great one. But 17 was great, but not, like, the best one in my opinion. It was pretty good. It was pretty alright. 18 I really liked because it was all about Samurai Jack. This is something I can remember. 17 or 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Yeah, 25. Right? All the way up to here, I can just remember head, tail. Or, God, fuck, I hate Roman numerals. 15, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, 18. Episode 18 was all about Jack getting hunted down by these super robots that were copying Samurai Jack's movements. And I remember when I was watching this and seeing Jack not being able to cut them because they're basically made out of animanium, right? And I mean the antimanium, the same stuff Wolverine is made out of. The same stuff, yeah, Wolverine's claws and his whole animanium skeleton is made out of. These robots are made from animanium. And one of the toughest metals ever. And seeing that, and Jack not being able to cut them, he needed like this super omega robotic arm to cut them in order to have enough power to cut them. That was cool. I loved how Jack needed a robotic arm upgrade. Like not like replace his whole human arm, but like have his whole arm fit into this robotic arm socket that makes his arm more powerful to be able to cut through animanium robots. And I thought, damn, Jack's sword couldn't cut through adamantium unless, until he got a certain buff near the end, or he needed that arm, meaning Wolverine would be in trouble if he ever tried to fight Jack if he had the arm on. Well, not all Wolverines, but certain Wolverines that are like the basic Wolverines, and he's just going in there trying to slash Jack up, they'd probably be in trouble if Jack catches them. But anyways, my point is, right, is after that adamantium, or that arm increaser got destroyed, Jack was like, fuck, I got no options, and there's one more dude, which it was the dude that was carrying around Jack's sword, using Jack's sword movements, like mimicking his sword style, right? And I remember watching this bit where Jack actually prayed to his ancestors to lend him strength because there was just no way, and his ancestors literally shot down lightning into his sword to increase its power so he's able to slice right through the adamantium robot, no problem. When I saw that, I thought that was one of the most raddest ways to end an episode. Like, Jack needing to call upon his ancestors, okay? Because usually, whenever Jack gets into a fight in Samurai Jack, he's mostly fighting fodder, or he's mostly fighting people that aren't fodder, but, like, that end up getting beaten by him by the end. So, like, these guys basically having Jack's ass this entire episode on episode 18 was actually a fun watch because it was completely different from your usual Samurai Jack encounter. And then episode 19, for the most part, was like, we got like another like past Jack episode where we basically, Jack actually encounters his home turf. And also, I don't want to show footage because showing footage also gets me copyrighted. So, yeah, that's another thing that happened. So, yeah, I don't want to show that, okay? So that's why I'm not showing, I'm just explaining it to kind of give you guys an idea. So basically, Samurai Jack was walking around because you guys know him. Jack can't stay in the same place forever, otherwise Aku's going to track him down and murk him, right? So he has to constantly be on the move. So, and Jack actually wandered upon his home. Since this is many years in the future after Aku ruled the world and whatnot. Basically, Jack, obviously sent many, many years into the future. But anyways, into the future where Aku ruled. But anyways, he stumbled upon where his home used to be, his land. And it was kind of sad because Jack was reminiscing, and while we're reminiscing, we're also getting flashbacks to past Samurai Jack, also coming through and basically like being little kid Jack, and like the whole episode he's going through memories and flashbacks of different things. And I remember, I think even by the end of the episode, he went to go help somebody out. That was basically episode 19. Episode 20 is all about, like, I think it was all about Jack's, like, will and, like, determination, right, in this episode. Because Samurai Shuffle, a.k.a. the Samurai Dance, I have never heard of that. But in episode 20, with Samurai Jack, it was all about Jack's like determination to kind of get where he wants to be, and it's like these three guardian dudes are like yo, and Jack's like, can you help me find something to figure something out? I think it was something like about a mountain or something. No one's ever climbed up this mountain, and Jack's like, we'll see, and kind of put his own mettle to the test. And I remember throughout most of it, it is climbing and moving around, and he even fought a giant Yeti in this episode, which he beat by screaming and having a giant icicle land on the Yeti, which was kind of fucked, but Jack needed to do what he needed to do to survive. And I remember he made it up to the mountain, but before that, it was getting so cold and it was like so long that Jack actually was going to give up. But those three dudes were like, Jack, what are you fighting for? Basically, like, kind of reinstilled like what he's fighting for in his mind. And Jack was like able to basically get the iron will back and climb the mountain and finish the journey above it and made it to the top. Jack did that in episode 20. 21, this episode is all about like, hold on, Let me look into this one more time real quick. I think it's about the stench, the dragon stench episode, which, in my opinion, that dragon stench episode, that one was probably the most, I'm not going to lie, yeah, 21. This is it. Episode 21 of Samurai Jack, where Samurai Jack has to deal, was walking past again and found this village, and this village has a horrid smell to it, right? And no one knows except everyone gets afraid of when the village, has that smell, smog, fucking storm. And basically all that entire land around that area smells like that because there's a dragon in a lair that basically has something in his tummy that keeps making him extremely gassy, if you will. And it actually murks some of the villagers and whatnot, and Jack basically goes through an entire adventure in a dragon's body to get rid of what's that fucking smell on that village. And basically he does that, and he sort of frees the village, but at the same time he doesn't free the village. Like, what ends up happening is that the baby dragon in that, Jack and that baby dragon got out of the dragon's body and basically landed into the village, and basically now the baby dragon is causing lots of mayhem in that said village by burning down villagers and burning down the village, and Jack is just sitting there confused, like, well, I did manage to save him from the breath, but now I have to stop the fires. And I'm guessing off screen after the episode, he ended up stopping that. In episode 22, this might be my favorite episode in the season, or one of my favorite episodes in the season, because this one is all about a new species of people. The Hermer guy, I can't really say their shit properly, but these dudes, the entire episode were hunting down Samurai Jack the entire time. And basically, that tribe right there lives for the hunt. They live to hunt beast. They live to just hunt. Just in general, they live to hunt. Okay? They have enhanced smell, enhanced strength, enhanced speed. They're pretty damn fast. So Jack might have a problem like going through them, right? And basically the whole episode was, the beginning of it was, Aku was coming down and said, yo, you are some of the greatest warriors. I want you to get rid of Jack. And they said, okay, bet, but we don't need no type of treasure. We don't need nothing, all right? We just live for the hunt. And basically, they flew all the way to Earth, not even that long, like 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds, with their magic ritual that helped them fly over there. And basically, the whole episode was Jack basically fighting for his life, running away from these tribes of brothers. And these brothers, like I said, are no joke. They got bows and arrows and stuff. They're extremely agile, extremely precise and persistent. And even Jack has admitted he has never been hunted down by such crazy motherfuckers before in his life. Like, because he's been hunted all the time, but the guys who hunt him aren't really about that life. They're not on that energy all the time. So Jack being hunted by these guys, it was like a different breed for him. And basically, like, the whole episode, they were running away from each other over and over again, and one-upping each other over and over again, like Jack getting away, but then they're also in the pursuit, then cornering Jack, but then Jack figured out a way to get himself uncornered, and even actually kind of pissed off the brothers a few times. But because the brothers were so impressed with Jack's overall ability to get, to bait them multiple times, to get out of their way, even though he has no knowledge on their abilities and who they are as people whatsoever, he was still able to do that good against them in terms of their hunting prowess and whatnot. The brothers all decide to let Jack go. And Aku was like, oh, you captured Jack. And basically he was going to take what's his, and they said, no, you are not going to harm this man. We live for the hunt and the hunt only. This man deserves his freedom. He gets to live. He gets to do all that stuff. He outran us. He deserves it. And Aku was like, fuck y'all niggas. I'm not having it. And then they got warped away. And Aku was like, no! And then Jack is like, Suddenly, he got a message from those brothers saying, "You are free. You are able to go along. Continue living your life, my brother." And Jack walked away. And that was like the end of episode freaking 22. 23, I think, was like straight up okay for this season. In my opinion, I thought it was just okay. Not really like a whole bunch of things I think happened in this one. Oh, no, never mind. I'm talking mad shit. Okay. So this dude named Demigo or Demongo, right? He has the ability to create essence and make warrior spirits out of essence. So, for example, if this dude murked Kratos, even though that is never happening in a million years, Kratos is way stronger than this dude. But anyways, murks Kratos, let's just say that, right? And gets his essence. He can have Kratos fight for him, basically. But without all that essence and stuff, Demigo is completely pointless. And this episode was all about Jack fighting old warriors from season 1 and whatnot. And Demigo is just kind of bullshitting around Jack, basically saying, "You can't defeat me, Jack," and whatever. And also the person who summoned Demigo on him was obviously Aku with the black and red. You know, you can tell by the black and red demeanor on him, so you could tell Aku sent this man after him. But basically, like I said, the whole episode is Jack fighting warriors, spirits, and whatnot, and Demigo is just laughing at him the whole time. And to be real, I love the way Jack kind of figured out his abilities, basically by using the essence, because when their essence goes back inside Demigo, or Demongo, or Demango, or however you want to say it, right? They go back in him, and Jack used that shit and grabbed onto it and went inside Demigo's body and released all those warriors' spirits and essence. And basically, Demigo got defeated by his own hundreds, if not thousands upon thousands of warriors that he captured. And that was practically the whole episode. And I thought Jack was straight savage for that. In episode 24, and by the way, welcome, Elvera, welcome back to the page. Episode 24 was all about Jack, basically finally having some time to relax, finally having, time to, relax. So he decides to bathe because he hasn't, in the beginning of this episode, he was fighting some type of underwater monster going in and out of the water and stuff, so he was dealing with that. So he decided to clean himself. He decided to go in the water, clean up all the goo and gunk and whatever, and while that was happening, his shit got robbed. Somebody robbed it, like this rabbit, this white rabbit robbed his stuff. And basically Jack is going around running after the rabbit most of the episode. He fell down a hole, ended up in a completely new world. Alright, do you have Roblox? I forgot. Yes, I do have Roblox. I'm just going to take a long break away from video games. And just kind of talk about media. But anyways, as I was saying, he got trapped in this hole, landed in this new society, and literally everyone around him is, Jack is so confused. He's also naked, butt naked, in this new society. Forgot to mention that because since his clothes and everything was robbed, including his sword was robbed. So he had to, basically the whole episode he was trying to chase that white rabbit, and he got in a little bit of things in between that, like getting chased by the police of that said society, getting forced to be in a play, which Jack was forced to cross-dress as a princess in order to get the angry mob off his dick. Like I said, it was an entire thing this episode, and obviously eventually he got chased down by the mob because he stole a thief's clothing because he needed to wear some type of clothing. But in between that, a lot of stuff happened. Later in the day, can you add me? My username is Fabelin2024. Yeah, I can add you like right now actually. Let me keep that username up and I'll add you, but I probably won't be playing for a while, okay? So I don't usually do this for a lot of people, but I'll do it. I'll do it just for you so you can be friends with me on Roblox. I got it. Let me see. Let me go to people real quick. And then we'll talk about, like, the next episode. Give me a second. Let me... Oh, God. I don't know where the B is. Okay. Alright. Oh, and that's easy because it is the year, so... What? Okay. There's a lot. You gotta tell me what is it? Because there's a lot of people named Fabian 2024. Is it all caps or is it lowercase? Because there's people with the name. I don't know which one is you or not. You're gonna have to tell me. I know this is completely off topic from Samurai Jack, but you're gonna have to tell me which one is you. Are you the one in the orange? Or are you the one there? Can you fork your phone? No, I flipped it so you can see. Can I show you which one's mine? Yeah, of course. That's why I was like, which one is it? There's a lot of them here. Oh boy. Yeah. Aku, we must get back to the show. Yes, I know. I'll get back to it. Lowercase. Oh, okay. Lowercase f then? Because there's a lot of them. Is this one you right here? No? Yes? Because I don't want to spend too much time trying to find username. There's a lot of people that's fibbling. None of them is mine. Really? Shit. Dang, so what's your at then? I feel like I'd find you better with an at. But anyways, the episode after that in terms of Samurai Jack... let me see. Let me... On lowercase the f. Boom. Yeah, the same page pulls up. Yeah. The same page. I literally just lowercase the f and the same page comes up. But, yeah, what the This is complicated, I'm not gonna lie. Like, because I don't know what your character looks like. Be easier if you described your character. But, anyways. Let me get back to Samurai Jack. I feel like that's the whole point of this thing. Oh, can you do... Hold on. Alright, this will be it, I think. And then if I can't find you then some other time we're going to have to try this again. There you go. Found you. Okay, I added you. See? This is you. Now I know that's you now. So there you go. You got a Roblox friend request from your boy, Arekkusu TM. So now, if I'm ever streaming it, which probably won't be for a while, but if I ever do come back and stream it, now you'll know. Hey, G-Man, welcome to stream. But, anyways, so episode 25, right? I think this is easily one of my favorite episodes of all time. Because of the simple fact that... What's how fucking moving? No, it's not. But this is my favorite episode because of the fact that Samurai Jack actually helped the Spartans. Now, I love me a good war story, and basically, Samurai Jack, this episode, he was wandering about in this new world again, and basically he accidentally found himself. This guy is going places. He's going to be famous. Maybe. I don't know. I can't tell that. I can't tell the future. But I loved this episode because not only it was about Jack, but it was about Jack helping out the Spartans in this war against these robots that keep invading these generations over and over and over and over and over and over again. And they just keep coming back with more robots that keep fighting them over and over again. And these robots have destroyed most of the lands over and over and over and over and over again for generations in this Spartan age. And basically, because of what Samurai Jack did to help the Spartans, he basically made their generations continue on to this very day. And basically, it was in the Spartan's father's perspective, because he's also like in the bed saying his last words because he's passing away. And I just think it's so cool that Jack decided to help these Spartan warriors in their war against these robots. I love episode 25. 25 is straight peaking. Loved it. 25 was easily peak. And 26, episode 26, is actually way more of a funnier episode. And basically, it's all about Samurai Jack. Basically, and by the way, this season, I had you back. All right, nice. All right, so this was also this season came out the year I was born, which I kind of like that. But anyways, this episode was all about Jack kind of he was straight chilling, like laying back because he finally got some more time to rest. But these motorcycle robot motherfuckers crushed his shoes. And Jack did not like that. And basically, he went into that town, and for the whole episode, there were these kind of like semi-looking, transformer-looking robot dudes were basically thrashing the place around them, basically being dickhead dirt bikers and whatnot, right? And basically, this old man was saying, hey, you better pay for that fucking window. And they're like, ooh, this man got spunked. I like him. Type shit. And Jack said, let him go. And basically, the whole episode is Jack can't fight properly because he's not wearing the proper footwear. And I thought this was a funny idea for an episode because Jack, again, since his shoes broke and he went down the men after that chased him down, his feet were stepping on glass, hot pipes and shit, and basically stuff that Jack normally doesn't really step on without his his big old wood sandal shoe-like things, right? And again, the whole episode is basically him trying on new pairs of shoes, which have their advantages and their disadvantages, and Jack just wasn't fucking with any of the pairs of shoes, man. I'm talking like this dude was straight up like each pair. Some of them were really heavy, which made him slow down. Some of them were really fast and really light, but too light to the point he can barely fight. Other shoes were too girly. Other shoes were not that good. What is it? I remember, like, that was basically the whole episode, right? For the most part. And then he found this random Japanese family because he found a boy that was wearing the sandals that Jack would usually rock. And he followed the boy to his home, and basically it was this old man's, I guess, car-looking company or whatever. And basically, these people, the boy's father and his entire family, actually admire what Jack actually does. Basically, the whole idea of a man from the past that is sent into the hundreds of years into the future, trying to defeat Aku to go back to the past. And basically, they said, yo, Jack, come on in for dinner. We got you. and you know, they were eating over dinner, and basically he said, the family said, offered anything, like, yo, you are a badass, dude, like, what can we do to help you out? And Jack was like, I was looking at the boys' shoes, and I saw how old school they were. They're like from my era and shit, and I want shoes like that because they are perfect for me. And basically, the dad spent the whole rest of the episode, and Jack also interacting with that family, getting to know them and stuff while the shoes were being made. Those shoes, those old, really old school shoes that he finally got from that family. Am I the only person? Probably. But that's fine. Basically, they got him the right pairs of shoes, and he went back. And after that, he thanked them. The old man and Jack thanked each other in Japanese, which was so cool. And basically, Jack went running off to go defeat those freaking bikers. He was like, I got my shoes back, bitch. And I'm here to slay. You know, and that was the end of season 2, right? And honestly, to bundle up season 2, I just seen the video, damn, rip cartridge. Yeah, rip the cartridge. Right? Basically, I loved season 2. Season 2 in the beginning was kind of feeling more like season 1, but as season 2, as you get more into it, it becomes more and more of its own unique thing instead of ripping off, well, not ripping off, I mean, even if Samurai Jack had a whole season 2 doing the same thing season 1 did, it probably would have just been a redo of season 1, but my point is at first, it kind of did feel like a redo of season 1 because of the whole other people being in war with each other thing, and I would argue, like, multiple episodes in this season had the whole war going on between two races and whatnot, trying to fight for what they think is right, and Jack coming in trying to intervene. I love that type of stuff, but my point is season 2 is great. I definitely recommend watching Samurai Jack. It's on Max or HBO Max, however you want to call it. What are you going to do the next stream? The next stream, I'm going to find some more stuff to watch, or either that or vlog about it, because I am taking a fat break from video games because I have just been way too destructive. I have been way too angry at video games. So after Sonic X Shadow on Thursday and I finish that up, I'm basically going to be straight chilling and kind of straying away from video games for a little bit and playing them a little less. And I'm going to be like making my experience like this type of video more on like cartoons, video games, or not video games, but less video games and more movies, cartoons, and whatnot. I'm going to put some more emphasis on that. When are you going to do the next stream? Probably tomorrow. I got something tomorrow. I might just vlog my day, most of what happens in my day tomorrow and whatnot. So I might actually like delete some more games and kind of get in this whole idea of like just wiping it clean, you know, really. But anyways, this season's great. It's on HBO Max. That's where I'm watching it if you want to watch it for yourselves. Yeah, this season was great. I'm going to continue watching this, and I don't know when I will be back for season 3 of Samurai Jack. I'll try my best and not make it what time. I don't got a schedule. I just stream whenever I feel like whenever it's perfect in the day to do so. So I would have a schedule. I used to have a schedule like 9 o'clock every day, but that turned into me not wanting to have a schedule because I'd rather just stream whenever I feel like instead of just streaming at a specific time. I know streaming at specific times is better, but for me, it's worse. I don't like streaming at specific times. At that specific time and it ended at a specific time. It's like, yeah. But anyway, Samurai Jack's always been good. Yeah, I know it's always been good for a lot of people, but I have never seen it. So seeing season 1 for the first time all those months ago and then seeing season 2 now and finishing up for the first time now, I can definitely say season 1 and season 2 are good. But I have been hearing from some people that season 3, 4, and 5 are easily the best of Samurai Jack. Because I remember Chris telling me season 3, 4, and 5, that's when shit gets real. Even though I felt like shit's been real since like episode 1, but I'm going to have to see what he's talking about sometime. But I'll try my best to get season 3, my experience with Samurai Jack season 3 out there a lot quicker than previously. But anyways, hope you guys all have a great night. Like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share with your friends. I'm also going to not be posting a lot of shorts anymore. For right now, I'm just going to be mainly focusing on live streams. So, yeah. Just to kind of take a break from that usual stuff. So, if you're not wondering why there's no shorts, I'm just going to go back to my roots and just stream shit. Anyways, doodle-doo. See y'all in the next one. Wacha! Aku! I will be back for your bitch ass in the Season 3 Samurai Jack video. Ta-da!